What up? Coming to you live from the WayBeforeTheFame garage. In front of us we have the glorious blueberry lemon, and yesterday while at that car meet it opened a new fire under me. If I had this window cut, I'm telling you guys, if this was cut and it was able to open like this and I was able to sell the pins, the merch, the t-shirts, the bags, all the goodies I got back from Japan, I would have easily, in my opinion, made $1,000. Not net, but I would have grossed. I would have met so many people, so many followers. I could have even showed other businesses. Let's say there was a flower shop there, let's say there was a hardware store there, and they wanted to rent this out. It was perfect. It was exactly what I wanted to do. I just don't have the window. And like I've said before, this is my Forever K, and events like that is why I wanted to be my Forever K. I couldn't really monetize a cappuccino, a K-van, a K-truck to an extent, because there's a lot of people with K-trucks that have like coffee businesses or things like that, but I want this to be a merch bus. I want to be able to sit here, have this window open, have my iPad here, have all my goodies there, have some things hanging there, hanging on the bus door. Like, that's my vision, and I want to get that done ASAP. I want to get it done so badly that tomorrow we're taking the first road trip in the MIRA and we're driving it 12 hours, not 6 hours one way, 6 hours another way. No, we're driving this down to Columbia, South Carolina to actually do a full circle moment. So yesterday I showed you guys us putting on the Teddybear rims. I showed you guys that I created pins, I created stickers, I created merch to have the car look exactly like this. Unfortunately, this car is 4x110, so I had to get 4x100 adapters that are 1 inch, and I haven't been able to find any that are smaller. Because of that, does anything really need to be said about that? Luckily, all of the other tires are fine. I think it's just because I was sitting on that side. So all these are okay. This one is, yeah, this one's not that bad. It's really just one tire. But as you can see, I can't rock the Teddies. All day yesterday I was trying to find a thinner adapter, but they don't have half-inch adapters. I was also entertaining rolling the fenders, but I'm not even sure I can get my camera under there, but you just can't. Like, it's almost like a double fender setup here, so I can't roll the fenders. And yes, I can most likely get a thinner tire, but I don't think it'll make a big difference. I'm rocking 165 14s. If I got 155 14s, I don't think it'll be a big enough difference where this would work. And mind you, that's with no weight in the back. Imagine when I have a passenger, imagine when I have boxes, imagine when I have clothes back here. So unfortunately, I think that the teddy bears aren't gonna work. Which brings us to the reason that we're doing the road trip. So what I'm gonna do tomorrow is I'm gonna drive 12 hours back to the winner of the white Daihatsu MIRA walkthrough. So we're actually gonna see 2 of my children together. And I'm going to swap the gold rims, minority wheel, for the tri-spokes. So the Advents that were on my white car are gonna go on this car. I wanna get that done ASAP. Technically, I could have waited to early October when the midget gets here because I have the same rims on the midget. But Brad enough was cool enough to do the trade. He always wanted this Nardi, and you know, I don't really care too much about it. So I'm gonna put my black wheel with my WBTF horn. We're gonna put the Advent tri-spokes that are 4x110 that are gonna fit perfectly fine. Maybe I'll still even put these tires on. I'll see if I entertain that. But tomorrow morning, we're waking up bright and early. I'm gonna post this video early Tuesday morning, and we're going to not only go to Brad Peters actually, but I wanna stop by 844 Imports. You guys already know, that's always a must. And then I actually want to stop at a fabricator. We're going to go there around like 8:30 in the morning. And the 2 guys have not really got back to me at all. So I don't think, you know, I want some motion. I want some things to be in the works. I want to give a deposit. I want to have a date to drop off the car. So I found somewhere closer to like Philadelphia, which is pretty far from me, but I have to drive by there anyway. And I want to bring the car, obviously, and I want to just see, like, can I get a quote? Can I get a deposit? Can you do it? Can it be done perfectly? It's someone that builds food trucks, so it's, you know, with the company that I want to use. And then when I get back, there's also someone in Long Island. So I want to get the ball rolling. I want by October 1st to this car to be done. I want to have the rims on there. I want to have the radio. I want to have the backup camera. I want to have all this cleaned. I want to have speakers back here. I want to figure out what I'm doing with this. Am I cutting it in half? Am I adding a seat? I think this is most likely going to stay here. Same with this seat. I'm really in no rush to get rid of that. Maybe we'll add a Recaro eventually, but that's the least of my worries. But for today, what I'm going to do is just take off the rims, take off the adapters, put the gold wheels back on, because those are the ones I'm going to trade. I'm keeping these, by the way. I guess I didn't really make that clear enough, but these are going to stay with me. I'm going to put the gold wheels back on, and then I'm going to trade the gold wheels with the homie Brad along with Minority. So yeah, can't do it. It does look pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just a tri-spoke guy. I'm the tri-spoke guy. I think it looks great with these. I think it looks great with the heart-shaped rims, but tris are the way. Here's how we're looking. Like I said, I don't hate the way it looks. I think the yellow definitely pops a lot more without the spacers. This is how the car is gonna look for the next 48 hours. Hopefully we make it to South Carolina in one piece. I don't love that my car is making that sound. Let me start it right now. If anyone is new, just watching one of the videos, comment below. I've been getting a lot of help thanks to you guys. As of right now, it could either be my turbo, an exhaust manifold leak, or the gasket itself, and I don't think it's one of my belts or question mark. So if anyone has any suggestions, comment below. By the time I watch this, I'm not even gonna go to the mechanic yet, so it works out. I'll bring up some things to him. I feel like it definitely has an exhaust leak. Is that the reason I'm squealing? That's a different question, but just listen to it, how it sounds like a diesel right now. This isn't even me popping the hood. Definitely should not be that loud. So I don't think it's my turbo per se. I think it's definitely exhaust manifold or exhaust something, some sort of leak, which doesn't necessarily explain the squeal. Maybe I have an exhaust manifold crack or leak, and then I also have a bad turbo. It could be two things. So it only happens when I get into load, when I get into boost. So if I just go like this, you don't hear anything. But if I punch it hard like this, and I'm getting back pops in the front. So that's why I think it's something up here. And you can kind of smell it too. So I'm gonna put the camera here basically on top of the turbo, and let's give it a couple reps. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna drop it off. Well, I'm not gonna drop it off. I'm gonna swap over the wheels, and luckily Brad Peters is a mechanic, so he's gonna help me out. So we're actually gonna kill two birds with one stone. And I'm hoping that when I drop off the car, when I get the tri-spokes on, my best case scenario is I get the 3 spokes, happy about that, and I get a diagnostics. If he can fix it, oh my God, I'm on cloud 9. If he can fix my AC, which I think I should be leaving there with, again, my AC diagnosed. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but they have the machine over there. We'll put the low and high pressure side, and hopefully we can get this at least diagnosed. So this is gonna be the first of many road trips in the MIRA walkthrough, so stay tuned for tomorrow. What I'm gonna do now is just drive it around. I'm gonna actually go to the post office, drop off some orders, and I'll put the camera up here just so we can see how it's driving. Mail call. So my white boost gauge just came in the mail. Looking forward to installing this on the car. And then I got all 3 adapters. I'm not sure exactly which one is gonna go in the MIRA, whichever one fits the best. I end up getting all 3 just because 1, I'm a hoarder, and 2, if I use this one, I'll save these 2 for the next build. If I use this one, I'll save these 2 for the next build, and then the cycle continues. So I'm gonna put this back in the box. Let's hop back in the MIRA. I want to drive this around, make sure everything works, seeing how tomorrow I'm about to drive it 12 hours. Yeah, I definitely have an exhaust leak. I'm not saying that's my problem, but I know what an exhaust leak sounds like, and I have one. Can't believe I'm about to drive this 12 hours. In the condition it's in. I could just drive like this too. Like if I really never go gun it, I could drive it and not be as scared, but it kind of sputtered a little bit right there. By the way, I reconnected the wastegate back to normal, so I'm not running 15 pounds anymore. I'm running like 8, but right there was 5 and it kind of sputtered a little bit. But I think I am babysitting the car right now. Let me actually gun it. I'm gonna gun it down this block fully and see how it does. Yeah, it's around like 8. See, like the reason I don't think it's a turbo, and I'm no mechanic, is I don't know, I feel like if a turbo's on its way out, wouldn't it not do what the turbo's supposed to do? Like, wouldn't it not suck up as much air? Wouldn't it not throw me back as much? So, I mean, I'm hoping it's the cheapest option, whatever that is. If it's the pulley, let's hope it's the pulley. If it's the turbo, let's hope it's the turbo. If it's the manifold, let's hope it's the manifold. Whatever the cheapest and easiest to swap is what I want it to be. But I'm in this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Gold rims back on. Everybody who wanted gold rims, you got your wish. It's only for 48 hours. Tomorrow we're headed down to South Carolina. Can't wait to do that. Can't wait to be at Brad Peters. Can't wait to have both my MIRAs next to each other. Can't wait to pick up the Hot Wheels thing. If you guys remember, I bought that. And maybe I'll find some fun stuff to also do while I'm down there. Maybe I'll buy some stuff to go back here since I have all the space. And let's hope and pray that Brad Peters and the team over there can help diagnose exactly what's wrong with this car. We can have working AC, the squealing sound can go away, and then we can start going on more road trips, and I won't be sweating my balls off, and I'll be able to just drive and feel comfortable going 100 kilometers an hour. Because even with that sound, if it's a leak, maybe it's a belt, maybe it's a pulley, hopefully we don't break down. But I'm hoping that I can get all that done in a couple days. Come back to New York, 24-hour road trip done, road to 100K, road to 40K, we're almost at 33, subscribe to the channel, peace! The comment I keep getting over and over is that it's the blow-off valve itself. I changed it and put the other one, the other takeoff. I put the Blitz and it still did it, but just to try one more time before we end this video, let me take this one off. And maybe the squealing sound actually is the blow-off valve. Or they said the line itself was leaking. So I think I might even go to AutoZone and see if I can change. I just checked this line though, and I even disconnected it, and that's not the sound. But maybe it's leaking. I don't know. Let me just swap over this blow-off valve. I've kind of tried everything at this point. I'm looking forward to Wednesday, getting that diagnosis, and hopefully I can get an answer. Alright, so HKS is in. Let's close the hood, see if we get a different result. I think I'm still going to buy vacuum lines. I probably wouldn't do it on this video though. Maybe I'll do it in tomorrow's, or maybe I'll just do it while I'm out there. But I don't think it's a vacuum line either. It could be though. That would be even the cheapest option if it's just a small hole on one of my vacuum lines. I mean, it still does it. I don't even know if it's worth driving, but... Don't hear anything with the HKS blow-off valve. Alright, thanks for watching.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.